Welcome back to Char Report. Today we're checking out one of my absolute favorite MG kits, a super hot release recently. It's the MG Barbatos Lupus. Honestly, my end game, the one I really love, is the Lupus Rex. You know, the one with the massive limbs. But I gotta say, this kit is fantastic too. Kinda like the perfect stepping stone. It's definitely worth the hype, and you guys should totally check it out. Won't regret the money. This is the master grade Barbatos Lupus. Looking at the box art, there's one thing I'm wondering about. Are these two armor parts misaligned? The two skirt armor pieces. It looks kinda off to me. Maybe it's the perspective or the drawing style making them look unbalanced. But whatever, maybe the design just had to be dynamic like that. Guess we can live with it, as long as the kit looks good. Next up, the manual. Pretty standard, same as always, sticking to Bandai's traditional layout. We got the Barbatos art on the front, looks super aggressive. And the back page shows off the finished kit, fully painted and looking shiny. Inside, we have the articulation guide and the mechanical details. But I have a huge question. The hands are clearly white in the anime, white on the box art. Yet Bandai didn't give us a single white part, so we have to paint them. And you guys know, painting white over black plastic is a nightmare. You need so many layers of primer. Just great, thanks a lot, Bandai. Here are the stickers and decals. Very few foil stickers, just for the knee armor and eyes, which is praiseworthy. There's a bunch of marking stickers, but I'm skipping them. They make it look cluttered and ruin the clean look of the mecha, at least to me. I'd rather grab third-party water slides. That makes way more sense. The stock stickers on these kits look kinda ugly. The clear stickers create a black outline around the edges, especially on light-colored parts, making it look rough and cheapening the whole model. Moving on to the runners, here's runner A1. It reuses the old Gundam frame familiar to anyone who's built these kits. And here are the new hands, the parts I'm salty about. Notice something? They're pitch black, no white at all. Bandai's kinda trolling us, right? Like false advertising. But oh well, gotta deal with it. Bandai could have made this color accurate with separate parts, but they chose not to. They kept the white hands separate just to force us to use a Gundam marker. A pretty smart business move, honestly. Just makes me spend more money on a white marker. They really know how to milk us. Let's jump straight to the inner frame. You might be like, whoa, why skip the runners so fast? What kind of review is this? Honestly, the runners are mostly reused, so there's not much special to talk about again. So I'm heading right into the assembled frame. This frame has some changes compared to the standard Barbatos. If I recall correctly, the forearms are different. They look way more like the MG Vidar, slightly elongated. It looks sleeker compared to the old MG Barbatos frame. And here's our boy Mikazuki August. I love this figure, looks super sharp, very cool piloting pose. The only downside, he's completely white from head to toe, so we gotta paint him. Obviously, MG pilot figures are always like that, a test of patience. After the frame, let's slap on the armor. Here is the MG Barbatos Lupus armor. Honestly, it's just okay, nothing revolutionary. I feel like Bandai could have added more armor details, maybe some panel lines or small color separation. Or maybe they kept the part count low to keep the price down, fitting a standard MG price point. That's my guess, otherwise if they added too much detail, it would turn into a high-res kit. Let's start with the head. It's got about 6 parts, super simple build, done in a flash. Actually, we have quite large eyes. Compared to the old MG Barbatos, I feel like this eye part looks more like those MGSD kits. The proportions are slightly chipified. But honestly, big eyes mean less sticker hassle and way easier painting. Once the head is fully armored up, it looks way more detailed, sharper, and just beautiful. Personally, I find this head design stunning. And one thing on these kits is the V-fin. The V-fin of Barbatos kits is very beautiful, sharp and curved just right. I've seen so many Gundam V-fins, but this one has its own unique vibe. So this is a huge plus, a great buy for Bandai. Onto the arms. As far as I know, they changed the armor from the old MG Barbatos. It looks really nice, kinda reminds me of the MG Vidar with those blockier lines. But my absolute favorite part, the money shot, the shoulders. Specifically that bright red Tekkadan emblem popping against the white. I just love that detail on the Lupus. It really captures that fighting spirit and the ruthless demonic nature of the Barbatos. Now for the waist and skirt. Pretty simple, not much to mention, though the kicking range is still decent. If I recall, the skirt mechanism looks more like the MG Vidar, since the Vidar came out before this Lupus, and the frame was improved quite a bit for stability. Compared to the previous MG Barbatos, there's not much new here, but the colors are nice, the plastic separation is on point. Next up, the legs. The calves are different here, making the armor easier to attach without getting stuck like the old one. I think there's a hidden gimmick, like sliding armor or something. I haven't messed with it much since the kit literally just launched today, November 2nd, so I'm just reviewing based on what I can see right now. The fully assembled legs look great, very powerful. One small question though, on the original Lupus design, the legs are usually straighter. Here they look bent outwards a bit, the knee armor sticks out weirdly. Don't know why, but it looks strange to me, makes it look less stable. Moving to the side skirts, they're just thruster parts for the Lupus, nothing special. I was hoping for a cooler gimmick, maybe sliding vents to match the anime better. So yeah, a bit of a letdown there. The backpack looks almost identical to the old MG Barbatos. Nothing special, just reused runners from Bandai to save on mold costs, which is understandable. Once the full frame is built, it looks beautiful, a raw mechanical beauty. I absolutely love the IBO Gundam frames because the inner frame detail is insane. I really hope Bandai eventually makes all 72 Gundam frames. Would be amazing, expensive to collect, but worth it. Now, fully armored up, behold our Barbatos, brave and powerful. Personally, I think it looks good, but the knees still give me the feeling that they aren't accurate to the anime. I actually think the HG legs look better. The curves are softer. Specifically, the calves on the HG look nicer. This MG one looks a bit bent, stiff, lacking the agility of a beast. Here's the comparison between the FM, full mechanics, and the MG. You can clearly see the difference. The FM is taller with exaggerated proportions. The MG is made smaller, shorter. Personally, it bothers me a little because I prefer that lanky look. The FM has longer arms, sharper claws, giving it that weird demonic look, whereas the MG feels a bit too clean and human-like. And here it is next to the old MG Barbatos. Both look great, each with its own style. Personally, I think they both deserve a spot on the shelf. Not much to debate since they share the frame, but you can see the Lupus arms are clearly longer to fit the new armor. You can spot the frame differences right away. Personally, I love the Rex design, the peak of brutality. I'm really hoping Bandai releases an MG of the Lupus Rex someday. It's a fantastic feral design. The HG is already good, so I definitely want an MG to see the details. Moving on to weapons, we get the massive sword mace. Hand options are very limited, just a few swap fingers. And again, they're black, unlike the box art. We have to paint them. Now we have to buy a paint jar just to paint each finger. A bit sad about this stinginess. I've actually broken the HG version of this sword twice. It was a nightmare. But this MG version is way improved, super sturdy in the weapon holding joints. Definitely not breaking this one. I broke 2 swords on 2 HG Lupus kits because the hilt was too weak. Posing used to be a nightmare, but this looks great and feels solid. Here's my favorite part, the awesome sub-weapons. Before, with the HG, we had to buy an option set. Now with the MG, we don't need to. These IBO guns are included and they look amazing. The exposed mechanical details are so sexy. It holds the sword effortlessly, slashing down. My HG used to sag because the sword was too heavy for the joints, but the MG arm is solid. Posing mid-air is easy. To get poses like this, you need a base. The one in the photo is Action Base 8, the new clamp type from Bandai. Next, attaching the side parts. The sub-arms are interesting, different from the old MG. They look sturdier, joints are tighter. They extend really far, reaching forward. You can hold weapons without using the main hands. Looks badass, true versatile Barbatos style. You can mount the guns on the back and rotate them forward to fire. A classic scene for Barbatos and Mikazuki fighting close range while shooting. The cockpit hatch can open to reveal the pilot, though honestly it's pretty hard to open on these MG Barbatos kits for me. The articulation is good, similar to the old MG, but my favorite part is the ab crunch. It bends inward really deep, perfect for those powering up crouching poses. That's about it for the video. Personally, the MG Barbatos is totally worth building, a fun experience despite a few flaws. Check out these poses for inspiration. Oh, and one pose I really love is the fight against the mobile armor hash maul. That thing will probably never get an MG because it's massive, so using the HG to show its scale against the Barbatos Lupus looks pretty cool, recreating that historic battle. I almost forgot, you can arrange a whole squad in one photo, like the whole Tekkadan team gathering. This scene, I can't remember exactly which part it's from, been a while, but it looks epic. Here are some other poses for you guys to admire. If you want me to review any other kit, drop a comment below. I'll try to get it. Thanks a lot and goodbye, everyone.